I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel Move It Movie. As today's movie porter, we are moving a superhero movie, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Venom, Let There Be Carnage is many things: a blockbuster comic book sequel, a mismatched buddy comedy, an opportunity for some gloriously self-aware overacting. But at its core, beneath the wacky quips and gnashing teeth and gobs of goo, it's something else entirely, a love story. Not between Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock and Michelle Williams as the one who got away, not even between Woody Harrelson's villainous Carnage and Naomi Harris's misunderstood mutant Shriek, but rather between Eddie and the hulking symbiote dwelling within him, Venom. They may tell themselves they've achieved an uneasy détente since the original Venom from 2018. They may get testy with each other and argue over who's really in charge. But eventually, surprisingly, they reveal a genuine, emotional connection as they come to the shared realization that they're actually better together. This is not a spoiler. Video messages. Before a recent screening from Hardy and director Andy Serkis admonished us all not to divulge any juicy revelations. However, you must stay through the credits, because some truly mind-blowing developments occur that you'll definitely want to see. It may sound insane to ponder notions like vulnerability and tenderness given that we're talking about a movie in which a preening alien lives inside an intrepid reporter, bickering and bantering with him in the growl of a diabolical cookie monster. Sure, Venom is constantly grousing about how he doesn't get to bust out enough and eat people, and that a diet of chickens and chocolate provides insufficient sustenance. He's often the voice of Eddie's fears and insecurities, but he's also Eddie's chief cheerleader, encouraging him to reconcile with Williams and, who's now engaged to the far more suitable Dr. Dan Lewis. He is the little voice inside all of us, writ large. But silliness was the first movie's strength, which everyone involved seems to have realized and leaned into hard for the follow-up. The character of Carnage literally bellows, "Let there be carnage," at which point viewers around the world will have to take a drink. Under director Serkis, taking over for Ruben Fleischer, Venom, Let There Be Carnage is zippy and breezy. It's not about the world ending, as is so often the case in comic book extravaganzas, and it's only sort of about one man's struggle with his own literal and figurative demons. Besides giving a gung-ho physical performance, Hardy shares story by credit with returning screenwriter Kelly Marcel, who, by the way, was wise enough to mine 50 Shades of Grey for its inherent, absurd humor. While the bondage gear here may seem appropriate, Venom offers a very different kind of complicated, intimate relationship. This time, Eddie has a chance to reign supreme once again over San Francisco journalism, which is such a quaint notion, that people actually read newspapers and follow specific reporters by securing an interview with convicted killer Cletus Kasady, a scenery-chewing Harrelson, who's about to be executed at San Quentin State Prison. But because Eddie's reporting led to Cletus' lethal injection, a physical clash occurs between the two men that includes some bloodshed and the transfer of a few drops of symbiote material. As if we needed more reasons to stay 6 feet apart. Cletus' transformation into the red-hued Carnage, a larger, fiercer, and more weaponized version of Venom, is a frenzy of sound and fury. It's also the first sign that the action in this sequel isn't going to be nearly as compelling as the comedy. But at least you can actually see what's happening more clearly than you could in the original movie, thanks to the work of Robert Richardson, a 3-time Oscar winner and Martin Scorsese's frequent cinematographer. The first Venom also featured the work of a true artist in Matthew Libatique, but so many of those giant set pieces took place in the dark, at night, that it was often hard to tell who was doing what to whom. Here, it still gets a tad murky, particularly during a nighttime showdown outside a school for troubled children, but overall, the action is vivid. There's never a moment or sequence in which Cletus marvels at his shocking, newfound abilities, which seems like a missing piece. Rather, he immediately wears Carnage around like a tailor-made suit, as if he were born that way. And his first order of business is to retrieve the woman he loves from a high-tech lockup, Harris's Frances Barrison, better known as Shriek for her ear-splitting vocal abilities. In a clever twist, such startlingly loud noises also weaken Venom and Carnage, although for some reason, the two symbiotes can howl at each other during battle like kaiju stomping across Tokyo, and that doesn't harm them. Maybe it's a different pitch or frequency or something. Regardless, Cletus' reunion with the woman he's loved since childhood, as we see in a flashback, is never as interesting as the repercussions of Eddie's ever-changing relationship with Venom. The movie's highlight is Venom's solo trip to a Halloween rave, where he's the hit of the party in what everyone assumes is an elaborate costume. There's also a fantastic, smaller bit involving convenience store owner Mrs. Chun, played with expert timing and technique by Peggy Lou. But what both of these scenes reveal is the softer, sweeter side of this symbiote, and the unexpected effect he's had on people beyond just Eddie. They hit harder than the grandiose moments in which the giant black and red blobs hurl themselves at each other in midair. To download Venom, Let There Be Carnage for offline viewing, a third-party downloader is highly recommended. That is StreamFab Video Downloader. It's an integrated downloading solution which allows you to download streaming movies as you want. Please find the link of this downloader in the comment.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.